this platform is returning alumni, members of the university community, our dear colleagues, faculty members, and staff, our honorable legislators, parents, family members, and most of all, the class of 2012, good morning and welcome. It's really wonderful to see the shining faces of our 1,003 graduates who are in the house. This day is yours. You made the commitment. You worked hard. You sacrificed much to earn the degree you will receive today. But there were others there to support you. Your family members, first of all. Let's hear it for them. Your strong and caring faculty and staff. Let's hear it for them. It will not be enough to say thank you only one time. During the course of today and the future days, have an opportunity to say thank you and really mean it to these people who helped you. I'd like the alumni who are present to stand. Where are you alumni? You're in the house somewhere, I'm not sure. Yes, where are you? Please stand. We want to acknowledge you with a round of applause. We're honored that you joined us today. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the class of 2012, yes, but we also have the class of 1972, 1977, 1982, 1987, and 1992. Thank you for joining us. I am happy that the City University of New York trustee, the Honorable Hugo Morales, and Vice Chancellor Gloria Waters have joined us today to bring greetings. You will hear from them later, but let's just welcome them now. And many of our public officials will be here, and we will greet them as they arrive. So class of 2012, this is your day to bask in the light of this achievement. And I have, unfortunately, a little disappointing news for you, because our keynote speaker, who should have been here today, had an unforeseen circumstance and could not come. She sent her apologies, but I'm going to pinch hit. I hope you don't mind. So give me a few minutes, and I will deliver a bit of a speech, which I hope you will enjoy. It really will be by way of a few words of encouragement to the class. Maria Montessori, a pioneering educator during the first half of the 20th century, famously said, "The development of the individual can be described as a succession of new births at consecutively higher levels." She spoke from personal experience, not only because she was an expert in early childhood education, she was also Italy's first woman physician. She fought gender discrimination for the right to attend medical school, and then she proved she belonged there by succeeding beyond all expectations. This commencement marks just such a time for you, a new beginning that affirms for you that you can succeed, and that you can succeed sometimes beyond even your expectation. You will take this experience with you, and you will continue to excel at higher and higher levels. That is what we hope your college has helped you discover. The stuff you to persist to the successful conclusions you imagine. And you, the cohort of 2012, you have already shown that you can renew yourself. You have shown it in the person of your valedictorian, who you will hear from later, Tony Long, who experienced a new birth at your college and is evolving to higher levels. He will be moving on to medical school. You will see it in Erica Guadalupe, who also experienced a new birth as an immigrant from Peru. She discovered York on a walk through the neighborhood. And as she experienced this new birth, she had to fight some battles, but she leaves here today triumphant. There is as well Majid Mohammed, who came here rather young and is leaving us still young, but he too has achieved some new births, and we expect great things from you, Majid. And there is Darryl Rahman, who continues to live the Montessori evolution at York. He was not content simply to enjoy the comforts of home. He spent 2012 summer as a Global Health Fellow with United for Sight, helping to fight blindness in Ghana. His mission is not only to be a medical doctor or physician, but a change agent as well. Each of you in this class can tell your own story of new birth. But if we tried to do it today, we would probably leave here at 5 o'clock. So let these examples symbolize your own new birth. And what we want you to do now is to show the strength of character in the rest of your life that you have shown in getting to this day, and be proud of your alma mater. What I hope you will take away from college today is that you came with a dream, and you worked hard to live that dream. You depart our doors ready to face an ever-changing world that demands ability to continuously seek and gain new knowledge, and a willingness to work in a team for the common good. I believe that York has prepared you for that. As you enter this broader arena, as you leave our protective doors, we're confident that you will build upon your York education to pursue careers, professions, and interests that not only bring you economic good, but will contribute to the greater good of the community, of the borough, and of the city. And so, class of 2012, I know you will miss us. You will miss the cocoon that we provided for you. Yes, and some of you have been here 4 years. Well, some have only been here 3 years, like your valedictorian. Some of you have been here 4, some 5, some 6, some 7, right? And maybe even more. Yes, I know. I know some of you have had a little hard time letting go, getting that last course that you need to cross the finish line. And so I know that you will miss this college where everybody almost knows your name, including your president. I know you will miss the fabulous opportunities in our music and theater program. You will miss the comfort of the SEEK program. You will miss the fabulous library spaces where you could study or do something else, right? You will miss the Cardinal Cafe. You'll miss the Up to Midnight program. You'll miss the study abroad. You will miss the undergraduate research. You will miss your fabulous mentors, your counselors, your research guides, your faculty members. I'm even hoping you miss the president sometimes. I imagine as well that there are some things you will not miss. But I'm not going to name those. I'm going to leave you the opportunity to fill in the blanks. But I want you to know that the whole York College community, including your president, we will miss the class of 2012. But we know that you send you out into the world as fully formed individuals. Your alma mater has confidence that you will, as Maria Montessori said, continue your succession of new births at higher and higher levels. Congratulations, class of 2012. Go forth and do good things. Thank you.
Thank you, President Keyes. Now that I've found my page, I can move on. With us this morning to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the City of New York is Trustee Hugo Morales. Dr. Morales is the Vice Chair of the Board's Standing Committee on Academic Policy, Program, and Research. He was appointed to the Board of Trustees in 2002, reappointed in 2007. He is the former medical director of the Bronx Mental Health Center, which he established and organized in 1965 in order to provide innovative, comprehensive, ambulatory mental health care services to low-income minority patients of Bronx and other boroughs. Dr. Morales is a diplomat of the American Board of Psychiatry and Neurology, the American Board of Quality Assurance and Utilization Review Physicians, as well as the American College of Forensic Examiners. Dr. Morales received his medical degree from the University of Santo Domingo. Dr. Morales is a former chairperson of the Dominican Board of Governor's Office for Hispanic Affairs and now serves as a member on the Hispanic Federation Committee. Dr. Morales was a member of the Blue Ribbon Panel of New York City Board of Education and the president of the Bronx County Medical Society. Please welcome City University of New York trustee Hugo M. Morales.
Thank you for this kind introduction. Distinguished officials, CUNY Vice Chancellor Gloriana Waters, your College President Marsha Key, class of 2012 valedictorian Tony Won, student government President Anna Alam, honored guests, distinguished members of the faculty, families, friends, and most importantly, you, the graduating class of 2012. It is my great pleasure to be here with you today to bring greetings and congratulations on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, as we honor the graduation of over 1,000 New York College students. You are the pride of New York. You are the pride of your college, the pride of CUNY, the pride of Queens, and the city and state of New York. Class of 2012, many of you here today came from another country to pursue your dreams. Together, you speak more than 46 languages other than English. And many of you are the first in your family to earn a college degree. All of you have arrived here the old-fashioned way. You earn it. Like valedictorian 21, you have attained your degree because of your hard work, dedication, perseverance. You have overcome many challenges to achieve your goal. And today, the taste of your achievement is indeed sweet. Tony, a chemistry major, served 2 tours of duty as a United States Marine in Iraq. He is graduating with 3.99. This is amazing. A good measure of your success at your college is due to dedicated faculty who over the years have added so much to your learning experience. And without help and support, some of the obstacles you have faced from time to time might have seemed unsurmountable. I would like to especially thank all the family members here today for their enduring support. Be proud of yourselves. Celebrate yourself at your college, your president, your professor, your family, and friends celebrate you. Always remember that learning is a lifelong enterprise. So keep on learning. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Morales. Also with us this morning to bring greetings on behalf of the City University Chancellor Matthew Goldstein is Gloria B. Waters, Vice Chancellor of Human Resources Management. Ms. Waters has spent her entire professional life in higher education, both as a teacher and an administrator. She worked at Columbia University and at 3 colleges in the City University system prior to joining the university's central office in 1994. In her current position as Vice Chancellor for Human Resources Management, Ms. Waters is responsible for developing and implementing the policies and procedures for the university's human resources functions, which serve more than 37,000 employees. Her office also monitors and ensures compliance with federal, state, and local employment laws, as well as the university's rules, regulations, and procedures regarding employment. Ms. Waters received her BA from the State University of New York at Portland and earned a master's in educational psychology from Teachers College at Columbia University. She holds an MPA in higher education administration from Baruch College and is a graduate of the Harvard University's Institute for Educational Management. Please welcome Vice Chancellor Gloria Waters.
Thank you. Well, class of 2012, good morning and congratulations to you. Distinguished guests, Trustee Morales, family, friends, faculty, and staff, on behalf of Chancellor Matthew Goldstein and my colleagues at the university's Central Administration Office, I'm really happy to be here to help you celebrate this commencement. I want to recognize my good friend and colleague, President Marcia Keyes, and the superb faculty and staff of York for their dedication in helping our students to realize their dreams and reach this day of celebration. celebration. Well done. I hope as you look out over this sea of jubilant faces, you feel a great sense of accomplishment, and we at the Chancellery thank you. When I look at this group of graduates, I cannot help but remark that public education not only works, it triumphs. The mission of the City University of New York is to provide access to quality higher education to all who seek it. And New York has a critical role in educating students from diverse ethnic, racial, and cultural backgrounds. That role has become even more important over time, especially as the demographics of New York City and the United States have evolved. Now, I'm aware that for many of you, attending college has probably been a struggle. You may have had to juggle family and work with your studies. I'm sure many of you have encountered financial challenges. Just remember, one way of measuring success is by the number and difficulty of obstacles one has overcome. And by that measure, you are all success stories. But I am the Vice Chancellor for Human Resources, and I would be remiss if I did not give you a little bit of career advice as you go forth today. So now that you have that hard-earned degree in your hand, the challenges don't end. You should not stop learning. You need to keep improving yourself. Today is the end of one road and the beginning of another. Just keep pushing ahead in life. You need to push yourself because the world keeps evolving. Technology changes every nanosecond, and you've got to stay current. It's a lifelong learning essential skill. Other skills that you need to work on, networking. I know you're on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn, and all that is fine, but you really need that one-on-one networking. Find someone you can trade career information with. Exchange something of value. They help you, you help them. Learn how to look someone in the eye and engage with them as you network. Show that you're following the conversation, nod. Use some body language, all right? Not just blank face. Follow up on your connections. Keep them updated about you and what you're doing. And guess what? That old-fashioned handwritten note really still works. It stands out from the flood of emails that everyone gets. And you women in the audience, the men don't have quite the same problem. Promote yourselves. Document your accomplishments. Share them. Find a mentor, someone who can help you learn the tricks of the trade, but better, find an advocate, someone who will promote you. But most of all, love what you do and believe in yourself. Now, I know we're honoring some remarkable graduates today, but I want to specifically congratulate those who are veterans. Sadiq Carby, yay! Alfonso Jackson, Pauline Johnson, Michelle Lendor, Arturo Monaton, Chantella Singleton, Devmati Sodeo, and of course your valedictorian, Tony Wan. Your dedication, courage, and resolve exemplify everything that CUNY students aspire to. You have the commitment to serve your country, for which we we are so grateful. And now your commitment is to yourself and to your community, and it includes a degree. The Chancellor and everyone here commends you. Oprah Winfrey has said, create the highest, grandest vision for your life because you become what you believe. You already have the vision, and now your vision extends into the future and its endless possibilities. As you have in the past, know no barriers, accept no limitations on what you can achieve with your life. Everyone here should aspire to know less. Again, congratulations to you all. Thank you for allowing me to spend it with you.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. I. Lloyd Griffith, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. Provost Griffith.
Thank you, Dr. Walker Johnson. Good morning. Good morning. That's the response we need for our commencement of the class of 2012. Collectively, our students devote themselves to their education, and all have excelled. Each of you graduating today deserves special recognition. But there is one of you who speaks for the entire class, the person who has earned the right to be named valedictorian. This year, as we've heard before, our valedictorian is Mr. Tony Wan. Yes, we can give him a round of applause for him. So let me tell you, if you don't know, just a little bit about Mr. Wan. Tony Wan is a chemistry major. He served 2 tours in Iraq, rising to the rank of corporal. Tony was born in Belize in Central America and came to the United States at age 3. While at York, he has been a very active researcher among our students. And he had a pledge to graduate in 3 years. And part of that pledge was to make up for lost time by having to defer his college dream for 4 years while he served in the Army. And now, at age 25, Tony is graduating with a GPA of 3.99. Tony started at York at an age when many of his high school friends already had graduated. He was 22 years old and had already experienced the horrors of war twice. Those experiences seemed to live just beneath the surface for Tony, but academic success has taken a place of pride, has taken center stage. Tony plans to go on to medical school. He wants to specialize in neurology, to be able to help veterans who are suffering neurological disorders. You see, Tony lost one of his best friends. He lost one of his best friends while in Iraq, and he promised himself to do what he can do to ensure that he is able to aid veterans in and on and off the battlefield. But here is one final bit of information about Tony. Like many of you, Tony will be the first person graduating from college in his entire family. Tony not only wanted to graduate, he wanted to graduate at the top of his class, and he certainly has done so. Madam President, I'm delighted to present to you Mr. Tony Wan, our valedictorian. Tony?
Thank you, Provost Griffin. Just one small distinction. I was a Marine. No offense to the Army soldiers around here. Step 5. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here today. I want to thank you, especially to Trustee Morales and Vice Chancellor Waters for taking their time being here today. And of course, Provost Griffin and our own President Pease. But more importantly, thank you, friends, family members, oh, my mom and dad. Oh, by the way, when you clap, please clap louder. They don't understand what I'm saying, so. But most importantly, thank you, York College graduating class of 2012. Give yourself a round of applause. You know, valedictorians hope that by the end of the speech, they have made a lasting impression and in some way touched the members of the audience. But sadly, they cannot be certain whether they have done so. I took this as a personal challenge. Being a Marine taught me to think outside the box. So I decided to approach this a different way. Seeing that we're in a technological era, please, at this time, with the audience, actually everybody, platform, raise your right hand. And as my drill instructors used to say, I'll wait. We're on your time. Now, on the count of 3, place your right hand on the shoulder of the person to your right. Wait, I said on the count of 3, on the count. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, if you could do that to the end of my speech, that'd be great. No, I'm just kidding. You can follow that. Unlike many of my predecessors, I can confidently say now that when I leave here today, the audience has been touched by my words. All jokes aside, thank you for helping me make that happen. Being up here, seeing everyone, is a real pleasure. But having everyone looking at me is a lot harder than I thought it'd be. And this last semester, taking Speech 101, only taught me that it would not be easy. So thank you, Speech 101. But you know what? What do I speak about? About how I got here? About what got us here? The culmination of the physical duress, confusion, and fear of 13 weeks of Marine Corps boot camp is an event called the Crucible. 54 hours of combat exercise that includes covering 48 miles of terrain while carrying 40 pounds of gear and completing a series of challenges. All the while suffering from food and sleep deprivation. The challenges dramatize the bravery shown by Marines who made the ultimate sacrifice and have been awarded the highest military award, the Medal of Honor. the one that I'll never forget, even if I forget my own name, had us crawling through muddy trenches, under sharp barbed wires, eventually scaling a 7-foot wall to reach an injured Marine. Sounds hard enough, right? Well, it gets even harder when your eyes begin to water from the heavy smoke, your ears begin to ring because of the loud explosions, and your nose starts to close because of the burning, acrid gunpowder of the blank rounds from the machine gun fire, all tricking you into forgetting that this is just a simulation. And did I mention that once we get to the Marine, we have to carry him all the way back through the course to the beginning? That was just one event. But you know what? It was this rite of passage, the Crucible, that made the early part of my first tour in Iraq seem like a walk in the park. And this is on top of the fact that in my section alone, 3 of the 4 trucks, including my own, had been blown up at least twice while on patrol. But less than a month and a half in, things changed. The challenge changed. I lost my best friend, Colin Wolf, when a bomb exploded under his truck. It's not something you get over, not easily, if ever. What made it harder was that before his mission, he gave me letters just in case. And I told him that he was being stupid and he'd be back. Boy, was I wrong. It's why, on my second deployment, I became the team leader of the lead truck and made a decision. Anytime that I suspected that an explosive attack may be imminent, I would stop the convoy, dismount the truck, and walk alone. I'd get on my hands and knees and sweep the dirt and dust to try to reveal any suspicious material that would pose a danger. I know, by this time, I think most of you, if not all, would agree with one of my professors who said, excuse my language, "Are you effing nuts?" He said the whole word, he didn't hold back. Well, now that I think about it, maybe. But it was the only way I knew at the time. A way for me to prevent other Marines from being injured or getting killed, like my friend was. So, when I came to York, how did the challenges of college measure up to the challenges that I've experienced already? I'll tell you, but you probably won't believe me. The same. That's how. And I mean it. I do. The physical duress, confusion, and the fear, even if it's not of losing your life, were right here waiting for me when I arrived at York College. Maybe not constantly, but consistently. And it did not stop. And I surely do not mean just the vets that are among us. I mean, have we felt the same? I mean, the sleep and food deprivation from all-nighters to cram for exams while working late-night jobs. The confusion of trying to figure out of everything you've studied, which 1% will actually show up on the test. But more importantly, the fear of not knowing whether or not you can continue college while working a full-time job just to take care of your family. That's what I mean. And these are only some of the many challenges that we faced and overcame to be here today. Now, that nearly brings me to my real point. But please, do not be sad when I tell you that what seemed to be the achievements of finishing boot camp, of surviving Iraq, of graduating, even of earning the title of valedictorian, are not the real achievements. That's right, they're not. They are merely the signs and symptoms of the real achievement, which finally brings me to my real point. The real achievement. In the face of these challenges, we find ourselves. I mean, what we have inside, what it is we really want, and what we are willing to do to gain that objective. That, and nothing less than that, is the real achievement. Knowing who you are deep down inside. But don't get me wrong, I haven't taken this opportunity to talk about the challenges because they end here. We know better. Hell, they've just begun. That next sleep-depriving, food-depriving, life-exploding challenge is just around the next corner, and we all know it. So thank you, your college, and all our professors who knew we had it in us, even if we did not see it ourselves. And thank you, classmates, who competed in and completed this boot camp with me. But above all, way above everything else, thank you all for just making it here. You do not know how truly happy and grateful I am to see every single one of you here today. So with that, congratulations, York College, graduating class of 2012.
And academic achievements, York College, City University of New York, 42nd Commencement, presented by me, Marcia Keys, on this day, June 1st, 2012. Congratulations.
I think we have really had some very important points, things to think about for all of us as you prepare to move ahead. We are pleased today to have several of our elected officials come to celebrate this festive occasion and who will now also bring greetings. Please welcome U.S. Senator representing the state of New York, the Honorable Charles E. Schumer, to the podium.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be here. Let's hear it for the class of 2012, York College. And I also want to thank President Keyes and her whole staff, from the full and distinguished professors to the adjunct teachers, the administrative staff, all the way down to the people who come late at night and keep York College clean. Together, you've done a great job and made York College a great institution of higher learning. Good job, President Keyes, and your whole staff. Now it's my honor to address this great class of 2012, as well as the friends and families of the graduates and the members of the platform. Now first, I want to announce my class gift. Now, I have a gift for you. Yeah. You got it. You got it. You know, it's hard to pay for college, right? If you're poor, the federal government helps you out. That's a good thing. But what about the middle class? So, I wrote a law, it's on the books now, it's for 3 years, that says you or your parents, whoever paid for college, can take off your federal taxes a full $2,500 for every year of college and every year of graduate school, provided your family income is below, and you say, uh-oh, $200,000 a year. So, for those of you who come from families that make below $200,000, make sure you take that credit. About 30% of the people who were entitled to last year didn't do it. If you forgot to do it during your sophomore or junior years, or this year, you haven't done it yet, you do it next year's taxes. But if you forgot to do it last year, you can file a form with the IRS and get $2,500 back. So don't forget, per year. That's $7,500 for 3 years. Now what happens if you come from a family who makes above $200,000 a year? God bless you. I'd like to say a word to the moms and dads. Now I know how you feel, moms and dads, because just a few years ago, my wife Iris and I sat where you did and watched our daughter graduate. It was one of the greatest days of our life. And if you're like us, you remember the tough times, because it wasn't always so easy, it's ups and downs. We remember when we had to rush Jessica to the hospital when she was 8 months old. She had 106 fever. We didn't think she'd make it. Praise God, she did. We remembered when we put her on the kindergarten bus for the first time. She ran to the back of the bus, waving goodbye, tears streaming down her little cheeks. But then at 2 o'clock, when the bus returned, Iris met her and she bounded off the bus, happy as could be. She said, "Mommy, I came back." When we talked to her, she thought that we would put her on the bus now was bye-bye family, never seeing you again. Then we remembered her as a teenager, where she didn't say much to us. And when she did, we didn't understand a word she said. And then moms, dads, you see your daughters, your sons, come up on the stage and get that diploma and become an adult before your very eyes. Congratulations to the moms and dads out there.
Now, to this great class, York 2012. You know, you're graduating with two major advantages. First, you've got an education that puts you a leg up over most of those who graduate from college this week, because the education here at York is so fine. And there are millions others who aren't even lucky enough to go to college. So that's one advantage. The second advantage is you're the first generation growing up in the middle of all this new technology. In 1988, maybe some of you were born that year. Yeah. That was the first year the word internet was ever seen in print. No Facebook, no email, no text messaging, no Google, no LOL. You're not supposed to do that, no LOL. In 1993, when some of you started kindergarten, there were 12 websites on the World Wide Web. That's it, 12. Now there are 14 billion. That shows you how fast technology is moving. And you know, your parents, your teachers, me, the older generation, we try to understand this technology, but it's hard for us. We're trying to learn things as adults. But you were born into it. Technology is second nature to you. Technology is to your generation like water is to a fish. You've been swimming in it your whole life. So the fact that you've gotten this great education, and the fact that you're the first generation to be born into this technology, means you're starting out with some great advantages. And what does that mean? It means one thing. If you ever had a dream, even if it seems hard, now's the time. Reach high for that dream. Then, reach deep down inside yourself. See what you're made of. See if you can achieve that dream. My advice to the class of 2012 is very simple. Go for it. Now, sometimes you'll make the wrong choice, but if my experience is any indication, you'll pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move forward. But if you make the right choice, with a lot of hard work, a little luck, and some prayer, your life will be enriched forever. Now, I had to learn these things myself. When I was seated at college graduation several decades ago, just as you are today, I learned that I had won a scholarship to travel all around the world, all expenses paid for a whole year. For me, it was the opportunity of a lifetime. I had never been out of the country before. But at the same time, I met a girl, and I fell in love. Well, I had to decide. Do I go around the world on the all-expense-paid scholarship? Here comes our great assemblywoman, Vivian Cook. Hi, Viv. There are only two people I allow to call me Chucky. My mother and Vivian Cook. Anyway, I had to decide, do I go all around the world on the all-expense-paid scholarship? Yes. Or do I stay home with the girl? Oh. The class, Madam President, is divided. Well, I stayed home with the girl. Well, don't clap yet, the story unfolds. That summer, she went on a brief vacation, and I went to the airport to meet her on her return. As soon as she got off the plane, I saw by the look on her face something was wrong. She dumped me by Labor Day. There I was, no scholarship, no trip around the world, no girl. I said to myself, what a loser you are. You're never going to make anything of yourself. And in fact, I stayed in my house for several months, moped around, felt bad for myself. But somehow I picked myself up, dusted myself off, and moved forward. And a few years later, I found myself seated at graduation once again, this time from law school. But on the way home from law school, I told Mom and Dad I wasn't going to join the fancy law firm like we had planned. I told them I love politics. My dream was to run for office, even though the chances of winning were small. Well, my parents were shocked. My mother was particularly disappointed. They had struggled to help me get through college and law school. The law firm was paying $400 a week, which was more money than my family had ever seen. My father was an exterminator. He never went to college. But my dream was to run for office. So that fall, at the age of 23, and against very long odds, I ran for the New York State Assembly. And I had 3 opponents. There was the party machine candidate, there was a neighborhood activist, and then there was my mother, who was telling all her friends not to vote for me. So as she said, I'd get this dumb idea of being a politician out of my big thick head. Well, graduates, 2012 York, a few years earlier, I didn't get that girl, but that November, I won the election. So, for this great class, York 2012, go for it. And when you have doubts, and believe me, we all have doubts at every stage of our lives. That's the human condition that God gave us. Maybe you'll remember a few words from this poem by Rudyard Kipling called If. He wrote it to his son over 130 years ago, but it's relevant to every daughter and every son of this great class of York 2012. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings, and risk it on a turn of pitch and toss, and lose, and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings but not lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Wrote it to his son 130 years ago. It's relevant to every son and every daughter of this great class, York 2012. To the class of York 2012, congratulations. Good luck. Godspeed, and don't you forget, go for it.
Thank you, Senator Schumer, for that inspiring remarks. Now I am very pleased to introduce a major supporter of York College, our New York State Assembly member, Vivian Cook. Please give her a warm welcome.
Good morning, everyone. All you wonderful young people who've gone through the process from nursery school, Head Start, kindergarten, all those wonderful things. You know, this is amazing to see all these beautiful faces out here and to know what you have done for yourself. So what I would like to say to you today, and I'm not going to stand here and give you a whole history of anything, but I want you to know that you started on your road, and I want you to reach for the stars, and I want you to know there is nothing that you cannot
obtain. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope to see you in the future. It's my pleasure to be the person that represents this college and this district in the New York State Assembly. And I want you to know that I would not be here if I had not had someone there to reach back and pull me along with them. And I want you to remember to always, whatever you attain, bring somebody along with you. Open the door for someone else, because whether you know it or not, someone has opened the door for you. So stay happy, stay healthy, and move forward and obtain all the goals that you want in life, because it's a beautiful world and there is nothing that you can not do. So thank you for allowing me to say a few words to you, and I want to say Godspeed and be happy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Assemblyman Vivian Cook. And now we have, I'm pleased to ask to come to the podium our borough president. Excuse me, yes. To come to the podium, City Councilman Reuben Wells. He will come to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. You got to do a little better than that, because I'll take 20 minutes if you don't say good morning a little better than that. That's funny. You know, I just spoke to President Keys. She told me that when I came to make remarks, I had a minute and a half. But after I told her how much Councilman Leroy Carmy, Assemblywoman Cook, and myself secured for the college, she told me I could have 2 minutes. So that's like an extra 15,000 per second. So I gotta make this quick. Assemblywoman Cook, I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew, because she never ever touts her accomplishments and what she's done for this school. But anyone who has single-handedly brought north of $20 million into York College needs a round of applause and should be recognized for it. Now, our great U.S. Senator Chuck Schumer came and announced his gift to the students of York College. So I wanted to make sure I announced my gift this morning. And my gift was that I was sitting next to Chuck Schumer. No, but I would like to say that myself, and under the leadership of Councilman Leroy Carmy and Assemblywoman Cook and Senator Huntley, were able to secure about another $1.8 million for the college this year. So you guys have something to be proud of. I skipped over the formalities, and I apologize for that. I should have said good morning and thank you to your president, Marcia Keys, to all of the deans and professors of the school for the great work that they have done, and your parents in preparing you to move forward in life. There are a couple of people that I really need to give a shout out to. I don't know how many of you know Jahai Rose, but you do know. Okay, great. Where's Jahai at? Are you here? Where you at, Jahai? I know you're here. He's probably somewhere eating. Oh, there he is, right there. Okay, Jahai Rose is my director of constituent affairs, and he has embarked on this journey to graduate. Sit down, Jahai, knock it off. He has embarked on this journey to graduate with you. And I can remember that it was just 6 short years ago that Jahai embarked on getting his 4-year degree. We are proud of you. The extra 2 years, I don't know what happened, but we're still proud of you. Kavar Ben Levi, or Levi, is graduating today. And that young man is an exceptional track star, but what makes his story extraordinary, oh, I'm picking the right people to shout out. What makes his story extraordinary is the fact that yesterday, his mother graduated, and she is a mother of 6. They deserve a round of applause. Now, another exceptional young man that I have to mention, and you're all exceptional, but this young man happens to be the nephew of my wife, and I need to go home in peace. His name is Caswell Blake Jr. He is graduating today, and I just want to let him know how proud we are of him. And one other family member of mine, Corrine Moore, is here. Where you at, Corrine? Oh, she's graduating. My cousin Michael Farmer. Now that I've gotten those things out of the way, I just wanted to let you know how proud I am to be able to represent this district. How proud I am to be able to represent York College when we go into negotiations this year for the budget. There was an unknown author that said that all that stands between the graduate and the top of the ladder is the ladder itself. And I am here to affirm that the graduates from York College today have taken the first step in climbing this ladder. You are the largest class to ever graduate York College, and you deserve a round of applause for that. To the valedictorian / comedian Tony Warren, I want to personally thank you for your years of service to this country. It is not a laughing matter, but because of you, these young people have their freedoms and liberties. And I come from a long family of military service, and I appreciate you for it. You know, I had this whole thing worked out today with the text language, the LOL and the LMBO, but I couldn't quite understand it. My staff was trying to help me with it, but I would have screwed it up, and I was saying things that were inappropriate because I didn't understand it. So that part of this is totally out of it. But I do want to say that, you know, Nelson Mandela once said that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And now that you have that education, and it has been sealed today with your graduation, I ask that you make sure that you live up to your responsibility. Because education is not just a privilege, it is a responsibility that you have to make sure that you change our world. I learned from, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, I learned from Soledad O'Brien. Everybody know who she is, right, from CNN? Soledad O'Brien gave a story about a starfish. Anybody know about who a starfish saver is? Great. A starfish, there was a young man that was on the beach, and there was an older man that saw him. And there was one point that starfish by the thousands and tens of thousands would wash up on the beach. And every night they would wash up on the beach and they would just stay there and die. So this one little boy decided to take these starfish one by one and throw them into the ocean. So by the time the third night came, the older gentleman came and told him, listen, you're being silly. There's tens of thousands of starfish, and you can't save all of them. So the little boy looked at the starfish in his hand, and he paused, and he said, well, I guess it matters to this one. And he threw that one back in the water, and he continued to save as many as he can. Use your responsibility to be our starfish savers. We have a lot of fights in this country, we have a lot of fights in this world to make sure that our human rights are accepted and taken care of. We want to make sure that our communities are taken care of and our families are taken care of. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for the honor of allowing me to represent you. Have a good one.
Thank you, Councilman Willis. And now I would like to ask the President of Student Government Association, Anna Haram, to come forward to bring greetings to his fellow graduates.
Good morning, President Keith, members of the faculty, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. As you know my introduction, I'm the President of the Student Government and also a graduate. I would like to congratulate my fellow graduates on this happy occasion and wish you the best all of your future accomplishments. As I look into the audience, I see many familiar faces among seated with my former classmates and lifetime friends. As a student leader, I had too many responsibilities open. Would people say I'm doing too much? I was a student leader of the college. Sometimes my friends would say that I'm burning candle at the both ends. Well, one day I got tired of hearing this, and I looked at the person's face. I said, don't tell me that I'm burning candle at the both ends. tell me where to get more rest. As a students, we have to deal with many things, especially with those families and other responsibilities. The key thing is to successful. As a proud Yale College graduate, the journey of life will continue in the right path, where you should always give more than you expected. As we leave York today, my fellow graduates, we should not forget York, which gives us the best education. I would like to thank all of you making this great occasion. Thank you all the professors, all the administrators, and the York community, most importantly our friends, families who strongly believed and supported us. Class of 2012. I proudly ask all of you to stand up and congratulate yourself. Please stand up and congratulate yourself. Say yes, we did it, we did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. And it's now my pleasure again to ask Dr. Idlaw Lloyd Griffith, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, to come to the podium.
This past Wednesday, our college community celebrated the academic and service achievements of many of our hard-working students. There was an honors recognition ceremony at which these students, some of whom are here, some of you are here this morning, I know, you were recognized and celebrated. I'd simply like to ask all the students who were recognized and celebrated this past Wednesday to rise and to be collectively applauded by the entire class of 2012. And all the students who received awards, whether it was for service or academic excellence or honor society, thank you for demonstrating excellence. Please be seated. Now, some of you, including some of those who were here on Wednesday, are graduating in a special category of excellence. It's a category of excellence that we call cum laude. Cum laude graduates are ones who earn a grade point average of between 3.5 and 3.69. Will all the cum laude graduates please rise to be recognized? Our cum laude graduates rise to be recognized. Thank you, cum laude graduates. But we know that where there is cum laude, there is magna cum laude. And the magna cum laude students are the ones graduating with a GPA of between 3.7 and 3.84. Could our magnas rise to be recognized? Magnas. But guess what? Where there are magnas, there are summas. Or summa cum laude graduates are the ones graduating with a GPA of between 3.85 and 4.0. Can all the summa cum laude graduates rise to be recognized, including Colonial States? Summa cum laude. I'm delighted to have us all recognize our cum laude, or magna cum laudes, and our summa cum laudes.
President Keys, we now come to the recognition of our 2012 candidates for graduation. Please follow his instructions
until all graduates have returned to their seats. When your name is called, please proceed across the stage to greet the president and accept your degree. Graduates must remain in their seats until all three schools have been presented and all students have greeted the president. Only at that point will President Keyes confer your degrees. We award degrees to candidates beginning with the highest degree, the master's. Will Dr. Clark, Dean of the School of Health and Behavioral Sciences, come forward to present the graduate candidates for their degrees?
Good morning. Will the candidates for the master's degree in occupational therapy please rise? Provost Griffith, these candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for awarding the Master's of Science in Occupational Therapy and have been recommended for graduation by the faculty of the Department of Occupational Therapy in the School of Health and Behavioral Sciences. I request that President Keyes confer upon these candidates their degrees. Will occupational therapy please rise? The master's candidates can come forward.
Are there other occupational therapy graduate students who should be coming up? If you're having a master's in occupational therapy, please come up. President Keyes, these candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for awarding you the master's degree after they were presented to you.
Camille Cummings. Natalia Grabchenko.
You just a master's speaker. So Provost, I think you have a speaking role for the master's candidates only. Please rise, master's candidates. There are 3 of you, right? Where are you? Did you leave already? I can't see them. Ah, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. We're doing the master's speaker first and then the faculty.
President Keyes, these master's candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for awarding the master's degree in occupational therapy and have been recommended for graduation by the Dean of the School of Health and Behavioral Sciences. I request that you confer upon these candidates their master's degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the Provost and Senior Vice President of Academic Affairs, the Dean of the School of Health and Behavioral Sciences, the faculty of your college, and by the authority invested in me through the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby confer upon you the master's degree with all the rights, privileges, immunities, and honors thereunto appertaining. Congratulations.
Good morning, everybody. Will the undergraduate candidates from the School of Arts and Sciences please rise? The majors in the school include biology, biotechnology, chemistry, pharmaceutical science, environmental health science, geology, physics, English, journalism, French, Spanish, history, interdisciplinary studies, computer science, mathematics, art history, communication technology, music, speech communication, and theater arts, studio arts. Provost briefing. These candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for awarding the bachelor degree and have been recommended for graduation by the faculty of the School of Arts and Sciences. I request that President Keys confer upon these candidates their respective degrees.
President Keys, the candidates from the School of Arts and Sciences will be presented for the conferment of degrees.
Tony 1. Kamashri Lacha. Michelle Yoon. King Amfo. Ali Syed. Jamil Singh. Giselle Menon. Amy Munir. Prinsa Absoko. Suzette Gonzalez. Pascal Geffard. Anila Chiroltan. Eunice Georges. Manpreet Kaur. Morenet Van Zorn. Bradley Hall. Jeanette Tolentino. Gerardine Rodriguez. Chantel Walker. Danielle Severino. Megan Mohammed. Shabina Begum. Corinne Goddard. Atiqua Tirmidhi. Robert Springer. Monica Charles. Ivana Harvey. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nodrina Matyaku. Alexis Barnett, Sinea Doreen, Raquel Coy, Ariana Prendergast, Sana Wazi, Jerome Woods, Jennifer Furtado, thank you very much. Yashikam Senyorin, Allison Edwards, Shalin Ango, Ravani Knowles, Wendell Sakir, Tiffany Daniels, Rosanne Torres, Cadian Harris Davis, Alicia Copeland, Trevina Nicholson, Deandra Muzon, Jade Moody, Kelly Knopf, Jalisa Davis, Oliver Gonzalez Santos, Samantha Rossi, Rhea Hudson, Monica Ganesh, Farisha Baksh, Pamela Davis, Yolanda Ospina, Dora Pace, Evans Maturin, Steve Joseph, Arely Escobar, Doris Kimanyan, Doris Aparicio, Leticia Pena, Sandra Sepulveda, Veronica Leon, Lucy, Luz Emenia Palazos Delgado, Jenny Romero, Carol King, Bianca Pujols, Richard Shanoinen, Giovanna Arias, Tiffany Woodhull, Shadeen Stevenson, Kizzy Springer, Marava Rison, Kamar Hunter, Kirby Joseph, Jimmy Zephyr, Nicola Maharaj, Rashida Blair, Zalina Hussein, Priyanka Persol, Angelica Johnson, Michelle Persol, Erica Dunhart, Daisy Woosley, Mary Thomas, Sarah Rochester, Jasmine Garcias, Jasmine Brunson, Sharifa Howard, Portia Williams, Jennifer Silverio, Devani Adams, Roy Rambaran, and Margaret Santino, Melissa Onorati, Thomasine Kachaka, Shosana Peterson, Ravindra Gale, Conrad Lynch, Richard Bin, Anita Gokula, Jeremy Moore, Samuel Williams, Olubenga Geneva, Raul de la Cruz Jr., Nelson Avila, Renee Ramda, Sohila Mirhadi, Philip Williams, Rishon Shepard, Sabrina Mason, Dominique Jameson, Jasmine Calazier, Corey Morgan, Jim Marie Rao Kabush, Jasmine Gonzalez, Aminu Islam, Joanna Cosmino, Katrina Arias, Drew Kumar, thank you, Edwin Illo, Brandon Nix, Georgianne Bullock, Cassara Wilson, Onyali Maxwell, Travis Harris, Brian Pitter, Sana Gould, Shamima Khanna, Irina Marie Guzman,
Will Dr. Natoto, Dean of the School of Business and Information Systems, please come forward to announce the candidates for their degrees.
Good morning, class of 2012. Will the undergraduate candidates from the School of Business and Information Systems please rise? The majors in the school include accounting, aviation management, business administration, finance, business administration, entrepreneurship, business administration, human resources, economics, marketing, information systems management. Provost Griffith, these candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for awarding the baccalaureate degree and have been recommended for graduation by the faculty of the School of Business and Information Systems. I request that President Keys confer upon these candidates their respective degrees.
President Keys, these candidates in the School of Business, having been presented by the Dean, I ask that you confer their degrees at the appropriate time.
Anaf Alam, Fahima Jahan, Mohammed Islam, Nishat Chaudhary, Mahindra Harja, O'Neill Harford, Omi Asmussen, Garrison Red, Sylvia Thomas, Ganeshram Gupta, Victoria Equitoki, Naomi Mail, Saeed Nagadi, Zahir Azad, Alyssa Samu, Christina Rodriguez Campbell, Salman Farzi, Rajit Chaudhary, Kenneth London, Michelle Williams, Vanessa Blackman, Krista Sutherland, Stella Langane, Cynthia Wolf, Angel Castillo, Normala Morris, Kishan Prasad, Daniel Neri, Saquon Barrington, Loretta Tamika Martin, Tanya Escobar, Faisal Suleiman, Nancy Utrima, Trina Price, Galou Charles, Bashira Islam, Anna Hamilton, Colleen Julian, Jasamia Jamal, Cassandra Amfana, Ajele Kulusu, Ashley Sampson, Sean Richardson, Audrey Brown, Patricia Nichols, Natalie Bryce, Ayon Kim, Amrita Jafar, Shanika Strong, Emily Arancilia, Renee Atkinson, Amicia Christopher, Lance Amos, Hashem Ashurari, Sigourney Ford, Joyce Hill, Nadeem Akbar, Amelia Diaz, Elizabeth Jimenez, Catherine Tavares, Catherine Mercedes, Nina Mungantana, Nemumba Dabo, Laquan Fields, Kaden Nurse, Nada Hayes, Jeffrey Mono, Dominic Williams, Jessica Semper, Leroy Hauser, Caleb Raphael, Nicholas Williams, Iliana Torres, Bukula Ogunmola, Andre Martin, Jessica Liz, Keisha London, Frankie Nazir, Jessica Machado, Sharon Williams, Michael Passard, Natasha Passard, Jason Gottrad, Sujender Singh, Rashid Myers, Carl Graham, Diana Figuer Goburn Moss, Melena Reis, Ernest Alandi, Taruk Kawar Singham, Nadira Jaising, Stephanie Hall,
Marlon Brown, Jody Adams, Teddy Thomas, Kendall Monk, Reginald LaCroix, Olayinka Alapo, Roshni Badrasane, Samantha Chiang, Amanda Segan, Lakshmi Sitram, Jonathan Lachman, Natasha Sugu, Patrick Chada, Yvonne Haridat, Damala Tamal, Roger Ramji, Jahani Rejoice, Afia Paulette, Kimberly Graham, Denise Donald, Tamina Akhtar, Giselle Ferreira, Amanda Duran, Lashana Desmorales, Danielle Francis, Sonia Gordon, Dottie Pinto, Tiana Walker, Medina Salmon, Luis Matos, Haywood Matthews, Marcus McNeil, Mohammed Jabbar, Amber Chinoy, Desiree Tillman, Tasha McLeod, Claudette Forbes, Roderick Anderson, Chris Arjun, Ksenia Benitez, Kasnuva Oni, Marianne Villen, Maria Jakova, Shantella Singleton, Paula Manwaring, Vishal Dan, Ariel Candelario, Vijay Guram, Kareem Mobley, Shanna Court, Jennifer Philpott, Govinda Rampasad, Christian Jenneran, Sheldon Anglin, Garrett Wright Jr. Javon Morant. Fahad Feruza. Joanne McCants Gordon. Jahai Rose. Janelle Swift. Luisana Guzman. Mohammed. Marius Miranescu. Vicky Gazame. Tony Singh. Rosalina Ferron. Lisa Dalhouse. Midori Singapore. Christina Ali. Hassan Awada. Eloisa Reyes. Phil LeConte Jr. Ali Abu Taleb. Patrick Pierre. Wasai Villet. Edgar Sierra. Shivanan Suknana. Eric Avila. Billy Buddha Menelinos. Alex Chetra. Amani Featherstone. Fiorelisa Griffith. Jason Ramachi. Brian Estrada. Rashid Tapta. Batsa Khan. Justin Raghu. Tiana Horton. Vera Sharma. Jesse Gavilanes. Caso Blade Jr. Faugia Lauder. Paul Payton. Carrie Ann Chin. Marche Gideon. Jeffrey Theophile. Siddiqui Carter. Catherine Reyes.
Will Dr. Clark Before I announce Dr. Clark, I would ask the students who have already come up to please take their seats so that we can continue to confer the degrees. The ceremony has not ended. Will Dr. Clark, Dean of the School of Health and Behavioral Sciences, please come forward to present the candidates for their degrees.
Will the candidates for the undergraduate candidates from the School of Health and Behavioral Sciences. Please rise and come forward. The majors in the school include clinical laboratory science, nursing, physician assistant, community health education, gerontological studies and services, health education, health promotion, management, occupational therapy, African American studies, anthropology, sociology, social work, political science, psychology, and teacher education, childhood and secondary education, mathematics, sciences, and Spanish. Provost Griffith, these candidates have fulfilled the requirements for awarding the bachelor's degree and have been recommended for graduation by the faculty of the School of Health Sciences and Behavioral Sciences. I request that President Keyes confer upon these candidates their respective degrees.
I just want to be sure that I heard correctly. Is there anyone from psychology in the house? I'm not sure I heard if nursing is in the house. But you know, I think we may have some occupational therapy and physician assistants in the house. We got to do better than that, occupational therapy. President Keyes, these candidates in the School of Health and Behavioral Sciences, having fulfilled all the requirements for the degrees, I ask them to confer their degrees at the appropriate time.
Nahi Cooley, Teresa Moreando de Eras, Judy Rodriguez, Jennifer Garcia, Aniel Rodriguez, Pasan Dolma, Stephanie Sonia Figueroa, Melissa Powell, Leslyn Stewart, Andre Clemens, Tamika Jeffrey, Kathy Recchia, Jenny Orellana, Stephanie Sanchez, Damanti Lockman, Shawanda Marela Lawrence, Stephanie Tejada, Nakaita Moore, Leah Kesley, Ganesh Misasada, Elizabeth Restituyo, Abdul Villa, Steven de la Cruz, Marquise Thomas, Samira Batch, Jermaine Dubon, Tiara Lagrasta, Amoy Mota, Michelle Isabel McLeod, Saula Encarnación, Cruzcaya Salamaya, Alicia Esther Quiñones, Nicole Warden, Marilyn Galloway, Corinne Moore, Candace McCoy, Rashidi Prashad, Abiyan Mohammed, Diana Fernandez, Sonia Lassman, Elena Mariani, Mildred Acosta, Sarah Ramdani, Talisa Polar, Judith Monville, Claire Wilshire, Tarash Baker, Garcia Jean Michelle, Yvette Just, Kadeen Newton, Taco Semple, Shirley Mirage, Shirley Brathwaite Crawford, Maribel Rojas. Stephen Leone, Rodian Corvalenico, Vanessa Coltabiano, Supreet Dillon, Eileen Quevedo, Lakeisha Foreman, Ganesh Malron, Renee Wolf Thor, Devinda Rakesh Dayal, Christina Hartman, Jessina Peña, Kelly Borges, Tanjida Islam, Andrea Persad, Razana Balshan Bahawani, Angelica Nazon, Tawana Jackson, Lotoya Clay, Fernanda Brown, Janine McNeil, Samantha Francis, Jacqueline Wiley, Suraj Daje Suraj Bali, Teresa Orr, Sophia Garrett, Regine Jean Lewis, Kristen Capito, Alisa Bryan, Kimberly Osborne, Anita Singh, Norma Madera, Alicia Nicole Workman, Nakaya Boseaco, Kimiko Williams, Eileen Fernandez, Comieka Scotland, Tatiana Garmendia, Cheryl David, Rishi Shatram, Giovanna Pace, Camille Chambers Lewis, Janina Mehdian, Stacey Ann Kalu, Wilhelmine Lewis, Hansford G, Melida Gonzalez, Sahara Benton, Ravan Scott, Wambui Keambuthi, Annette Rivera, Iradine Ginari, Rashay Likshay Stadium, Oladeni Oladotu, Emmanuel Rositi, Ruben Mensah, Shannon Manasseh, Giovanni Sintisteban, Pascal Miller, Yolanda Johnson Kniper, Wandela Rankin, Denesia Gardner, Eric Williams, Seongdaji Back, Shade Rice, Osafoti Omogu, Jean Green Von Temps, Rusheen Kushney, Jennifer Emma Swain, Danielle Kaufman, Kavodeya Ben Levy, Debbie Palmer, Arnold Gonzalez, Andrea Tillman, Vanessa Rivera, Carmela Napolitano, Elizabeth Padilla, Christina Green, Noah Ranlaw, Renee Estelle, Andrea Dugan, Benita Vasquez, Patricia Mark, Xiomara Encarnacion, Melissa Spells, Natasha Smith, Marsha Ocean, Alimatu Maigari Momuni, Eitami Oyari Deep, Shantae Roan, Alison Diartana, Latifa Olagede, Yvonne Dillo, Kiela Bruceball, Adley Charles, Taisha Brown, Brigitte Booknor, Rachel Leroy, Gladys Mothersill, Krishna Shah, Akiwandi Olayinka, Bianca Spence, Erica Gutierrez, Olufela Edebiyi, Aklima Sumi, Holton Allen, Priyawana Simmons, Abigail Jones, Erica Jarrett, Herkimer Blinkfart, Bethune Couturier, Cristina Lopez, Carlos Feliz, Danielle Pilgrim, Patrick Charles, Nyasha Johnson, Jody Hyperlight, Dawn Davis Block, Eduardo Ortiz, Tara Liban, Arturo Manantan, Modubuchi Osomu, Garrett Gibbs, Gibbons Lubin, Verasami Persad, Amanda Hassan, Andy Wong, Farhana Mirza, Linda Lopez, Maria Gores, Mary Pacheco de Jesus, Susan Perseth, Marcia Lander, Correll Brown, April Kendall, Tiffany Green, Joseph Paul Stain, Japet Paul Stain, Verena Kadribe, Hector Cruz, Muhammad Abdul Bubni, Ziaur Rahman, Marie Losier, Joanna Hermignon, Farhana Yasmin, Beatrice Frias, Ellis Joseph, Karen Scott, Cassandra Bison, Tassie Corliss, Carolyn Philemon, Olufemi Shonelby, Barira Israel, Charles Alphonse Miriam, Sheila Etienne, Kedley Edouard,
That woman that was saying hi to you.
Luliane Fabre, Lucy Boaz, Shirley Elise, Cassiani Alexander, Mary Jean Louis, Emmy Francesca Petitfray, Anel Legisler, Christine Williams, Celia Mills, Sekina Akadri, Tabitha Singh, Lakshmi Nagaswa, Jalisa Saud, Kizar Abbas, Rabia Azam, Shafina Khan, Elizabeth George, Tapia Roy, Aisha Akhtar, Kameen Sue, Expedito Filho, Sahar Mohammed Osman, Camille Rambaros, Tracy Lucena, Marie Jean Baptiste, Bassard Subois, Susan Voltaire, Hodel Aina, Harminder Singh, Ahmed Shah, Kevin Khan, Valerie Marks, Latoya Jackson, Mohammed Sandra, Navdeep Saini, Tenzin Noryan, Nima Lama, Abdul Syed, Bilal Hanif, Safi Saya, Marie Mercure, Josette Beckford, Beverly Forrester, Michelle Lendor, Abisola Adenuga, Fatiha Okuliali, Edna Joseph, Colette Christy Dwyer, Erica Jimenez, Jasmine Bourgeois, Anne-Marie Darling, Natalie Castella, Latoya Bowman, Natasha Williams, Sandra Livingstone, Cheryl Finley, Nika Delgado, Janice Germorson, Keisha Providence, Faith Snyder, Christina Barron, Holly Williams, Taisha Williams, Franny Jimenez, Giovanna Coloma, Sandra Mustelier, Amy Wang, Rosemary Esperanza, Iola John, Tony Luck, Shantae Hardy, Letitia Banks, Shadea Johnson, Yolanda Johnson, Jennifer Tranquil, Kamisha McLeod, Julie Loyola, Dominique Ramos, Diamond Craig, Rashina Jones, Casey Al-Yaya, Casey A. Cassie A. Kimberly Amayo, Michonne McNeil, Alexandria Lorgie Pierre Charles, Jesus Castro, Patrick Ordaya, Tiffany Crochet, Carol McIntosh, Shirley McLemore, Ophelia Green, Tracy Ann Anderson, Tony Marie Thomas, Letitia Harris. Adana Jones. Yasmin Swinton. Shara Hazel. Elizabeth Jonas. Laquita Armand. Tracy Sandler. Remedio Santos. Emily Burrows. Lenny Rampersad. Supreet Howard. Nita Sidat. Dean Klein. Nicole Ramos. Junaid Admar. Shani Isas Ax. Janet Mariaca. Juan Carlos Vecinos. Sharonda Wade. Teresita Thomas. Shakita Worrell. Selena Agramonte. Eleona Joseph Gabriel. Jean Report Carrier. Wayne James. Janisha Smith. Alfonso Jackson. Simone McCants. Michael Creech. Raven Owens. Antoinette Campbell. Vanilla Andal. Garrett Hunt. Ronald Smith. Simone Townsend. Crystal Findlay. Caronia Craig. Fumi Agakonhabi. Anisha Clayton. Shameka Wasley. Michelle Knobs. Tiffany Cujo. Jean Samuels.
Could I have your attention, please? Your degrees have not been conferred as yet. If you've come on stage, please do not leave. You've got to resume your seats. Thank you.
Shalane Beckles. Michelle Almont. Juliette Aubin. Shiere Alexander. Arisa Adams. Ranelda Orjuela. Adama Sisse. Christopher Adamson. Linda Shipley. Toshiba Collins. Okay. Alejandra Goizueta Feliciano. Christina De Sources. Juliette George. Jasmine Osorio. Toshiba Berryman. Christine Boutine. Tiffany Marie Roger. Pamela Archibald. Serafina Yakovleva. Darshini Singh. Jose Rubio. Ebony Esteves. Christine Gonzalez. Nipnu Horchak. There you go. Nicholas Francis, Jasmine Miranda, Josmetli Valerio, Melissa Gregory, Vinilove LaFontaine, Ayana Bento, Lisa Lina Galarza, Natasha Bulano.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to have your degrees conferred? Yes? Okay, let us have your full attention so that we can bring. Okay, we need your attention. We need everyone to sit who has a seat. Graduates, I need you to look to the front of the stage. All right. A few people still have to get to their seats. While they're getting to those seats, I would like you to rise. Please stand, everyone. For the baccalaureate degrees, all of you. So all of you please stand, except for the people who already got their masters, they can sit. Now, this is the moment, ladies and gentlemen, so don't miss it, okay? Do I have your full attention? Yes, good. Upon the recommendation of the Provost, Senior Vice President of Academic Affairs, upon the recommendation of the Dean of the School of Health and Behavioral Sciences and the Faculty of York, upon the recommendation of the Dean of Arts and Sciences, and upon the recommendation of the Dean of Business and Information Systems, all of those schools and their faculties, and by the authority vested in me through the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby confer upon all of you your bachelor's degrees with all the rights, privileges,
Please remain standing, class of 2012. Let me invite the master's students also to rise at this stage. And now, in the tradition of the ancient custom of the Academy, you are privileged to move your tassel from the right side to the left, symbolizing your degree.
Please be seated. I would now like to ask Antoinette Sumter of the York College Alumni Association to come forward and to greet you, our newest alumni. you may now pin yourself with the York College alumni pin onto your gown on the right side. The pin should be in your seats. And I ask that you pledge your active support of this institution. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2012. And now we are pleased to have to come give us a greeting our own Queensborough President, Helen Marshall. And Helen Marshall will come to the stand.
Congratulations to all the graduates today. I'm happy to come to you today because it gives me great pride and joy to know that this many wonderful, young, bright people are now going to go out there and help us to rule this world. How about that? Your degree is going to take you places where you couldn't go without it. And I know there's a bright future for each and every one of you. Jobs are requiring that. Many years ago, we were lucky to graduate from high school. But today, a college degree is important. And even masters and doctorates are very, very important. Dr. Keys, an honored guest, on behalf of the County of Queens, I want to thank you for this privilege to address the graduating class of 2012. Since becoming the borough president 10.5 years ago, I have not missed a York College graduation. It is an honor to share this very important day with you and your families. I'd like all the graduates to give an applause to their parents and those who have stuck by. Speakers are often asked a few things by event organizers. One, make your point. Two, be brief, and not necessarily in that order. As a fellow CUNY alum, I know your elation, the joy of your families who have supported you, and the professors who have watched you and taught you so many wonderful things, giving you the meat of your profession. And as I bask in the aura of this day, I feel nothing but in this room but optimism and love. Thank you. And I have optimism, I have confidence that the world is in good hands. And that's very important for us to be passing on. You may ask why at this time of economic crisis, worldwide chaos, political gridlock, I can be hopeful. I believe that the Borough of Queens and the graduates of York College can be a model for unity and world peace, underlying world peace. As I walk through the tent, the sounds of excitement, the joy filled my ears with music. The happiness and spontaneous greetings to people near and far, the sounds of many languages, many ages, cultures, creating a unique Queens melody. In Queens County, more than 120 languages are spoken, and our Queensborough Library helps users to learn English, look for jobs, fill out tax forms in 40 languages. Here in York College, you have had an abundance of opportunities to share your ideas and communicate with the vast orchestra of Queens. Queens is the entrance to America. Remember that. You can't come to America from all over the world without coming through Queens. At Borough Hall, I created a Queens General Assembly where representatives from all over Queens get together to discuss common threads and enhance our Queens tapestry. I did that because I have a lot of confidence in the human spirit. And when it's also enriched with a college education, it's even better. I urge you to not forget these skills. In this computer and data-driven age, it's often easy to lose ourselves with numbers, text, and machines. Although we need them, we mustn't get lost in them. Here in New York City, our schools are evaluated based on testing and data.
People are connected by iPhone, iPads, texting, tweeting, and Facebook. But it is impossible to qualify individual kindness, compassion, and a smile. These qualities span all cultures. It is difficult to put a number on the idea or a thankful glance when you receive or you assist a child. To duplicate the thrill of teaching a young child, which I am, I'm a teacher, young child, help them to get on their bikes and teach them how to ride. You cannot tweet an encouraging smile. I want to talk a little bit about Dr. Keys. She probably doesn't want me to, but I have to do it. Every year that I come, there are more and more graduates from York College. Every single year. And she is the spark that lit it up. So, God bless you, Dr. Keys. You've given us a great world. You put York College on the map. And so I'm happy to be here with you. And I'll come as long as I can come. All right, thank you very much. Congratulations to all the honorees of 2012. I love you all. Power to the people, okay? God bless you.
It's now my pleasure to invite Ms. Andrea Casalas of the class of 1987. She is here today to celebrate with us her 25th year reunion. To lead us in singing the alma mater, Ms. Casalas wrote the York College alma mater while attending York. So, class of 2012, you are privileged to sing your alma mater with the author. Please welcome Andrea Casalas.
I would like to congratulate everyone and to tell you how much joy it gives me to welcome all my fellow Yorkies. So congratulations, and please join me in singing our alma mater. Please rise.
In case you don't know it, the alma mater is on the back of your program, on page 17. Thank you very much. Before we conclude our 2012 commencement exercises, we wish to offer sincere appreciation to the members of the President's Committee for the ceremonial events, to our students and faculty marshals, and to the color guard of the U.S. Army National Guard from our own Queens 169th Armory. We would also like to thank the musicians, the vocalists, the staff, and the students who assisted in making this ceremony a truly joyful celebration.